Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hand of Fate. I'm Nai.
I'm Mako, and it's once more into the breach.
Yeah, this is just never going to end. But people are telling me it's good that we're doing Shadow Agent early, like it's one of the early ones we're doing, because apparently it becomes much harder. Hey look, we got a shield again. And another Headsman's Blessing. We got the exact same result as last time.
That's not. That's kind of
we gotta turn around.
Oh god.
That's actually a DLC card to the lower left. But I'm gonna do something stupid. Okay, so Mako, you were talking about a comic book called Ex Machina last time we talked.
Right. It's one of the few that I've sort of read. I never got entirely of the way through it, but it was very good at the time when I was picking it up because it had an unusual sort of main character. Essentially, a piece of alien technology falls to Earth and it gets mistaken for a bomb at the time when it's found. And the main character is one of the guys who's sent there to sort of investigate what it was when it has the unfortunate side effect of going off. He gets a little bit of it embedded in his head, and it turns out that what this thing does is it lets him talk to machines and let machines to talk back to him. Now, this doesn't mean, Dr. Dolittle-ish sort of things. All it means is that he can talk to machines and they will obey him as far as they are capable. For example, somebody tries to mug him with a handgun. He can tell the gun, jam, and the gun won't fire.
That was a really lackluster Royal Treasure. We got 100 gold, we got Dragon's Breath, and the Dragon Claws. So, I mean, 2 pieces of Dragon Artifact, but...
Yeah. So yeah, he spends some time using these powers sort of to be a superhero, because why the hell not?
I love that that's the response that most people have to I have a power. It's, let me do good. How often do you actually see the story of I got a power, let me become the villain? It doesn't happen much.
Well, he does it for a while, and eventually, the thing is, the story actually sort of picks up a few years after, he started. And this is the point at which he's actually running for and then successfully becomes the mayor of the city. He quit being a hero because, well, he felt he could do more good using his powers, and the powers, more non-combatally, I guess.
I'm sure you agree.
So what, he just walked up to the voting machines and said, vote me president?
No. In fact, he pointedly does not. Okay, here we are. Green
Yeah,
door
need to
for
take a
our-
pause for a second. More and more portals, this is the Hell DLC. More and more portals are opening up across the land, and Hell beasts are appearing with greater frequency. These portals seem to appear more and more often around the Greensboro forests. Should we search the forest for clues? I wonder.
Oh boy, this could go well or poorly. Let's hope it goes well.
It did. During your search, you discover some bags lost or left behind by traders and travelers. 2 gain cards, 30 gold and 40 gold. Nice.
Nice.
Your investigation also uncovers what may be a treasure or powerful artifact, but is concealed behind thick, strangling vines. Try to chop through the vines? You swing your weapon down, attacking the vines with gusto. Your weapon isn't strong enough to break through the vines. Okay. Well, we'll have to check that again as we, after 413.
But anyway, the thing I remember about Ex Machina was sort of not so much the overarching story as sort of a couple of the interesting beats, because they actually determined the main character's abilities and the limits very carefully. Like, he could actually have a conversation with his phone.
Naturally.
His relaxation spot was a Faraday cage in the basement of his house, because no electrical signals and all that.
Naturally.
There is a point at which someone attempts to assassinate him because he's about to legalize gay marriage in his city. And the thing is, this is one of the things that highlights exactly how situational his power is. This person tries to shoot him with a longbow. He looks at him and he says, jam? And then takes a longbow arrow to the shoulder. Because the longbow's not really a machine. It establishes that there's an upper level or upper limit to
A lower limit, you mean?
or upper lower limit to the way it works. Later on, he has to deal with a person who has gotten a similar piece of the technology lodged in their head. The problem is that this piece of technology gave them the same kind of powers he has, only over biological life.
Of course it did.
The problem being that it also kind of made them badly psychotic, because he hears machines, machines talk to him. But imagine how bad it is when you've got every piece, when you can start hearing the thoughts of everything around you that's alive, and you can't turn it off.
I can imagine that would be a little bit sucky. I already have problems just listening to people talk.
But yeah, but it also demonstrates, his. Like I said, this is one of those things that you remember the story beat, not the overarching thing. And he manages to disable the character by the character has gotten a hold of his old jetpack from when he was a superhero. And he looks at this, and he looks at this person who was his friend at one point, and he says to him, "I'm sorry, buddy. Kill yourself." And the villain looks and says, "You know that doesn't work on me, right? I'm a human." He says, "I wasn't talking to you."
Yeah, I kind of figured
And
that was about to go there.
Jetpack goes up in his hand like a small nuke.
I do not want to die to these guys.
Does it look like you're going to?
There's potential. There's certainly potential for it. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I mean, it's... Okay, nope. So I hope our viewers did not just get crispy fried by that fireball just now.
Yeah, that's okay. We've got insurance.
More likely, a couple dozen viewers. It's, one or two might not be lost. Is that right? Run away. That was close. Don't do that. Why are you guys not dead?
No, we've got more than a couple dozen viewers if your view counts are anything to go by.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Don't know exactly how many you've got, but
A number greater than 2. I don't look much past that. Die, please. Die, please. There we go. I'm not dead yet. Vic, have you noticed that, there's a lot of curse words showing up in company names lately? Have you actually seen this?
What do you mean?
So, I don't know if this is just limited to the greater New Orleans area. But, there are 2 companies whose billboards I have seen lately. One of them is called Best Damn, as in the best damn ale, the best damn cider. So they're an alcohol company. But the actual company's name is Best Damn. And the other one is, I think it's a clothing company, as far as I've been able to tell, though the billboard is not quite, like, good about, really giving me details on this. It's called Damn Dog. As in, damn dog, that looks fine.
Okay.
But my thought is, I remember when I was, when I was a kid, the word damn would, like, get me yelled at. Like, just that would get my mouth washed out with soap. So, we have reached a point, and this amuses me, we have reached a point as a society where not only is this word acceptable in, private conversation and in public conversation, but we have also reached a point where you can put this word into your company's name, and that's acceptable. Which I find to be amusing as hell. Because I'm thinking of the future, perhaps, because remember, it's only been, let's see, it's probably been about 18 years since you know, I last got in trouble for saying the word damn. So I just want to go to the future. And I'm trying to think of a time 18 years-ish from now
Many came to play the
when
now
the word fuck is now going to be in company names.
the bored, the obsessed, the weak,
And now I'm trying to think of applicable company names.
problems with any other issue than the thing on their mind.
Or really just
Is that what you're
just
doing now?
any curse word you can think of off the top of your head that could be applied. Now, I mean, I don't mean, you know, I know that the first thought a lot of people are going to jump to is racial slurs, and I'm not going there. But I'm just thinking some of the generic curse words. So, you know, something like a, I don't know, something like a, garbage company or something that their slogan is, "We'll handle your shit." Or just something like
I'm
that.
almost certain there's got to be something like that
You know,
already.
I'm certain there is. Well, I mean, there's one of the ones I like. There's actually, again, one of our local companies down here it's a trash pickup service. I can't remember the name of it, but their slogan is "Our business stinks, but it's picking up."
I am proud of my array.
Don't tell me you don't like that. Don't lie to me.
That's clever and terrible at the same time.
But it's really good, though. Also, Goblin King's Halls 3.
Challenge awaits you now.
Oh, well, let's try this again without dying horribly.
Yep. Slightly new look. Okay, that hurt. Wow. Lots of traps simultaneously. Man, that was not pleasant. I did not see any treasure chests in there. So I think we're probably going to be sent in to go again. Mr. Lion looks disappointed as you report your failure to find any treasure chests. There must be one in there somewhere. You're just not looking hard enough. He stalks off in the desert and quickly disappears amongst the dunes. I didn't see one in there. Hey, look, there's a treasure chest. Oh, we got a blessing for saying no.
Very nice indeed.
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah, I think those sorts of things I think are definitely, they're clever, and I think they definitely keep your, they keep your company in the mind of the public. But I'm just kind of curious, like, at what point,
You think that
at what point are you not going to be allowed to do that anymore, you know? Or at what point does it become even more prevalent? I'm kind of curious, because I'm not going to say I was shocked by seeing this on a billboard, but I did look twice, and I went, did I see what I thought I saw? Because I was thinking it would have had to be some, like, artistic thing, right? It had to be a, it had to be like a play or something, you know, or something like that, where generally that would be a little bit more, like, publicly allowed. And it's like, no, this is just a company. They just want your business. And then part of me, like, ooh, Mage Strike. Press right bumper to strike a random opponent with a powerful lightning strike. If I'm reading that correct, that sounds like on-demand, Kraken Strike. Not really interested, though. But I will admit, there's something that twinges in me when I hear Best Damn, because I'm sitting there going, there should be more to that phrase. Oh, yay, we got a maze.
Are you sure?
Like, there should be more to that. It shouldn't just be Best Damn. Do I want to deal with this right now? Sure, we're early on the run. We'll do soldiers training. Okay. Shouldn't be a problem. Later on the run, when it's something like a, you know, kings and queens have been added to the deck, I'd be a little bit concerned about this, but... Deflect that. Burn you. Okay, we're done. It also helps that we have the Dragon Tongue. Because the AoE on Dragon's Tongue is kind of big. Okay, we're going to go 2 to the right. We're going to go talk to the shop one last time. Mostly we're going to grab food. Because we're down to nothing, and I have way too much money.
I was gonna say, but by and large, I don't read a lot of Western comics.
I don't. I just don't have the money for them.
I used to collect quite a lot of manga, actually, but see previous statement about money.
What will you do with that?
Yeah, they just cost too much. Like, I don't have. I've said this a lot, but I don't have the money to spend $10 on what's going to become 5 minutes of reading. Like, maybe I can go back over it and read it a second time, and I'll look for artwork that I missed the first time or something like that. But the comic's only going to last me 5 minutes at best.
This thing I have.
So, you know, that's it. And that's not a thing that I want to spend
I've wormed my way through its many
you know, $10
so
on.
many times.
Or what is it? I just realized, though, there is one other comic I have collected.
And over again.
Have you ever read Atomic Robo?
Nope.
Will I ever
Okay, now that's a crying shame, because it's quite funny.
Not related to Chibi Robo at all?
No.
Should be.
Atomic Robo and the Fighting Scientists of Testadine.
That sounds like that should be a really awesome video game.
It probably should be, yes. Basically, long ago, Nikolai Tesla built a robot that was atomic-powered. Atomic Robo.
Naturally.
And it sort of bounces back and forth along the timeline with Robo's various adventures, fighting the Nazis, evil ape-bodied super scientist whose brain is detached. You know, regular science things.
Yeah, of course.
And,
Science!
You know, it's lots of little. It's very much sort of a play on the scientists plus the Indiana Jones. Basically, his entire organization that he runs, based on the stuff that Tesla made back in the day, is basically filled with the scientist equivalent of.
Well, the point of order I'm trying to figure out, Nikola Tesla didn't really have anything to do with atomic energy, though.
He did in this world.
Oh, okay.
There are other bits and pieces, like there is his opponent, Dr. Dinosaur, who is a super intelligent velociraptor.
Man, I was hoping for a super intelligent shade of blue.
But it's one of those. It was very, very silly and fun at the same time. I almost want to say it was done by the same guy who did 8-Bit Theater.
Would not be surprised, but I would be surprised because I didn't know he had anything to do with actual comics.
This was after.
Oh, okay.
Let me just look this up. I'm gonna actually have to look this up
Ouch.
now.
On the plus side, that did kill that lizard. Since we're talking about silly things, let me talk about some other silly billboard that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mako, how many hospitals do you have in your area?
Directly nearby, I'm within 10 minutes drive of one.
Okay, but like in your general area. So like, do you live in a city, in a town?
I live in well, they call it a city, so I'm going to call it a city. So roughly, like, there's usually there is one roughly every hour or so in any given direction.
Okay, so mostly because it's a major metropolitan area, but New Orleans has at least 4. Okay. The thing is, though, is that 2 of them are the major ones. We have Ochsner, which, to give the viewers some sort of example of how big Ochsner is where I was born. And that was, a while ago, so Ochsner's still there, and they have multiple things. They actually run some health clubs in the area. So, I don't think I've ever seen him do that.
What did he just do?
The Kraken just blew fire.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, but new things.
Yeah. But they, but Ochsner, like, they run health clubs in the area. They have several gyms they run. They have multiple clinics, but they also have, like, major, they have multiple major hospitals. Okay, don't do that, okay. They have several major hospitals. So there's Ochsner, and then there's West Jeff, so West Jefferson Hospital. And Ochsner's on the east bank of the Mississippi, West Jeff's on the western bank of the Mississippi, as you guessed by the name. But these two are in a constant state of marketing war. It's the best way I can describe it. Because they are constantly going back and forth with, like, these billboards that are constantly poking at each other. And what's interesting is what's on the billboards. So West Jeff apparently gets a lot of awards for their, like, patient experience and stuff like that. So one of theirs is, like, West Jeff, third time in a row for patient safety. And it's like, well, you should be. You're a hospital. But, you know, award for number one in patient care. And it just goes on and on. Well, one thing that caught my attention is Ochsner posted one as well. And Ochsner's one was really funny. It was a list of Louisiana's nationally ranked hospitals. And Ochsner's the only one. So it just has Ochsner on it and nothing else. And keep in mind, this is a billboard. You see this while driving. And I'm just thinking, like, this is like two people trying to become prom queen. You know, like, it's...
Sounds about right.
It's these subtle jabs at each other non-stop. This goes on for months. And when one of them comes up with a new thing, the other one then starts coming up with a counter for it. And what's interesting is that it seems like West Jeff has finally started to have a good idea. Their current billboard just says what their ER time is like currently, which is something I actually want to know. Like, that's something I'm going to care about. I don't care about what your patient care is when I've been shot. I care about how long it's going to take me to be seen. Because I've had bad experiences with not being seen quickly when I felt it was an emergency. So, you know, it's just all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, but I find it hysterical, because I'm sitting here going, you two are hospitals, but you're making it very clear that you are owned by someone who wants to make money. And it's really sad. I do find it hilarious, though. Speaking of hilarious, I'm getting hit a lot. Okay, don't do that. We're gonna survive.
Okay. Yeah, here we are. Sorry, just relevant to the previous comment was the previous thought I was having. Yeah, Atomic Robo was written by the same guy who wrote 8-Bit Theater, although it's not drawn by him.
Oh, that's a shame.
Reasons. But it's, you know...
I would have probably been more interested if it was drawn by him.
But it is highly entertaining and gets my seal of approval just because it's silly for the right reasons.
Okay, 3 gain cards. 5 max health, 15 health, and 40 gold. I mean, I like silly, but I like silly to a point, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, it can be serious, and it has been serious before. It's just, it is capable of taking itself not seriously just enough.
We're gonna skip the traveling healer. There's no point. No point whatsoever.
Have we seen, I mean, aside from I think that one right at the beginning, have we actually seen any of the token things this run yet?
Nope. I mean, apart from, you know, as you said, Mr. Lionel's, nothing's shown up yet. But we are only on 4-5, so... I'm reminded there is actually something even funnier that I find about hospital visits. Because, again, there's things showing up on billboards. So, obviously, this one caught my attention. So, are you familiar, Mako, with eDoc? This new craze that's been happening lately.
As an electronic document?
As an electronic doctor.
Nope.
So, I thought this was going to go away. But this was my company, the company that I work for. They, you know, as is necessary due to Obamacare, they have to offer me some sort of health care, right?
Mm-hmm.
And hold on 1 second, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, guys. So my company is, as most companies are now, required to offer me some sort of health insurance option. And we don't have to take it, but they're required to offer it. So what got interesting is that I was reading, and this was last year, so I didn't expect this to continue, but I was reading this health insurance option, and the option was, the option included something that they called, God, what did they call it? God, I'm trying to remember, because they didn't call it eDoc at the time. It was called something else. But the idea was that you would call into a doctor, and they would diagnose you over the phone. Which already sounded like a bad idea. But I guess the idea was that you would tell them, hey, I'm having sniffles, and they could go, okay, it's just a cold, and then they could get your prescription, and it would save time. But it all sounded like a terrible idea, because what if it was worse? I'm like, there's no way this can continue, because this just sounds like a terrible idea. People are gonna, you know, the doctor can't check vitals over the phone. So, you know, you're saying I have a headache, and it turns out you have extremely high blood pressure. How are they gonna know? But, you know, so I'm like, this is just a thing, and it seemed like this was just a, like, kind of a cut rate, medical option that was being offered by the company, specifically just to give an option. It was offered by a third party, too. It wasn't even offered by any of the medical plans the company was offering. It was just, this is something you can also get. But again, I thought it wouldn't continue, so I'm like, this seems stupid, and I kind of ignored it. So recently, I saw a billboard that was also advertising an eDoc, except this was taking it seriously because this is being sponsored by one of those big hospitals I mentioned. Now, what's even more amazing is how much it costs. So in order to have this phone call with a doctor, who will then tell you what's wrong with you over the phone, again, I need to keep stressing this over the phone thing. It is $50 to have that appointment.
Good God.
To be diagnosed over the phone for what's wrong with you. What the hell is wrong with American healthcare? I don't understand this. I don't understand how anybody could think this is a good idea. This is just free money. Like, and I'm sure the first 5 minutes of your conversation is you giving them your credit card number. Damn.
That's just... Oh.
That is one of
It's
my
fine.
favorites.
But yeah, this just seems just shitty. This seems like a really bad thing. Yeah, it just seems like an absolutely terrible idea. And this just seems like it seems like this is going to end badly. Now, hopefully, what I'm hoping is that we have a dedicated medical professional in the audience who can give me their opinion on this. You know, I kind of doubt it, but there are 1,800 people who are subscribed, so hopefully someone out there can give me a comment on this. But I don't understand this. And what I also understand is, what type of person do you have to be to want to do that? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of person who, I get annoyed when I have to do things impersonally. I want to be having that personal conversation. I want to be right there. I want to know I'm being taken care of. I'm one of those people who hates having to talk to the machine when it comes to calling up a company I have to pay a bill for. So, who are the people who go in and think, yeah, I'm just going to have an over-the-phone conversation with my doctor, and I'll palpate my lymph nodes for them. Also, palpate. Amazing word. It's just one of those fantastic words. We're cursed again. Ooh, time distortion.
I worked
Okay, guys.
hard to make that
Well, we're up to floor 7.
ingenious.
We've gotten somewhere. We've had conversations, several of them, and we'll see y'all later.